Okay, hello. Welcome back to our series where we are judging random strangers on Reddit. In other words, we are reading some stories and deciding whether random strangers are in the right or in the wrong. Because clearly, I am judge, jury, and executioner here. My opinion matters. At least I'd like to think it does. Every now and then, every once in a while. So, our first case is titled, Am I the a-hole for putting my hand over my sister-in-law's camera at my own birthday dinner after I told her no filming? Which, by the title alone, I already want to be on this person's side, but sometimes titles are deceiving. Let's not jump to any conclusions quite yet. So I, 29 female, had a small birthday dinner last weekend with my husband, 31 male, sister-in-law Lena, who is a 27-year-old female, mother-in-law, and two friends at a normal but nice place. Lena's an influencer. She films literally everything. Plates, forks, people breathing, and my cats are running around. You can probably hear that. It's okay, it's whatever. 3 days before, I wrote in the family chat, please don't film me. Food, room is fine, just not my face. She said, got you. So we sit down, and within like 10 minutes, her phone is up. I say quietly, please don't point it at me. She goes, you look great, it's just vibes. Husband backs me up. She said no. Lena rolls her eyes, lowers it, for maybe 2 minutes. Then the cake comes, little sparkler, staff singing. Lena stands and points the camera right in my face like, birthday girl reveal. I put my hand over the lens and said, stop. I didn't grab the phone or touch her, just covered the camera for a second. She snaps that I ruined her shot and this is her job. Mother-in-law says to let it go for one night. I said that it's my night, actually. It got awkward fast. Server was right there. I felt embarrassed. My husband tried to change the subject, but Lena kept muttering about how she had to scrap everything. I even paid for my own dessert and we left pretty quick. Next morning, Lena texted me that I humiliated her and made her look unprofessional in front of everyone. Mother-in-law says I should have moved seats if I didn't want to be in the frame. Husband says my boundary is fair, but maybe I made a scene by doing it during the song when eyes were already on me. She's posted me before without asking and coworkers mentioned it. I've asked her to blur/remove and it turns into drama, which is why I set the boundary in writing before dinner. And then they provide a little bit of context for why they think they might be the a-hole, which is it's a public place. She did physically block her shot, and yes, it was during the song. She says, I could have stood up and turned away or something, but also I don't want to be online against my will, especially on my own birthday. I don't know, which is very fair. You know, if this was literally any other event, I don't think it would be nearly as clear-cut of a situation. I do still think I would be on the poster's side to a certain extent, but since it's her own birthday party, I feel like there's really nothing else to say here. She wasn't rude, she didn't do anything crazy or cause a scene. She set very clear boundaries beforehand, and it's her birthday. You know, it's your birthday party. You're supposed to be the one everyone's celebrating. If someone doesn't listen to you and doesn't follow rules that you very clearly set beforehand for a party that is about you, I feel like you're kind of in the right to do something about it. Especially since she didn't even do anything all that crazy. Yeah, obviously, I'm going to side with her. So case one, cut and dry, you're chill. You know, you're not in the wrong. I'm on your side. Let's see, any good comments here? The comments aren't all that exciting. We're not going to highlight any of them. Instead, we're moving on to case number 2, which has the title of Am I the a-hole for letting my girlfriend stop coming over in the mornings after my mom's friend complained about her showering. So they say, my girlfriend works 12-hour overnight shifts from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. After work, she sometimes comes to my place to shower and sleep. She usually arrives around 8:15 a.m., takes a quick shower by 8:30, then crashes for the day. Here's where the issue comes in. My mom's long-term friend who rents the basement complained that the sound of the shower at 8:30 a.m. woke him up. My mom passed that complaint along to me and asked if my girlfriend could avoid showering until everyone is awake. I told my girlfriend, and she felt uncomfortable continuing to come over, understandably in my opinion. After working all night, the last thing she wants is to feel like she's disturbing people by just taking a basic shower before bed. So she decided not to come over in the mornings anymore. She didn't cause drama or make a scene, just quietly adjusted. I later told my mom what my girlfriend decided, and she got upset not because of the shower, but because my girlfriend chose to stop coming over in the mornings. My mom insists that wasn't her intention, but from our perspective, asking someone not to shower after a night shift pretty clearly sends the message that their presence is disruptive. For context, I also pay rent in this house. My mom's friend has lived here for years and pays rent too. We all share the space. It's not like my girlfriend was being loud or unreasonable, just taking a 5 to 10 minute shower in the morning. Now my mom's upset with me, but I feel like I handled it fairly. I passed the message along, my girlfriend made a calm and mature decision, and now somehow I'm I'm caught in the middle. And this one is very weird for me because something you may not know if you've never actually gone on the Am I the Asshole subreddit on your own is that whenever a post is up for a while, they have a bot that will look through all the comments and what people are saying, and based off of all that, it will form a general consensus of what people think about that post. And apparently the general consensus for this one is that everyone sucks here, which I don't agree with at all. I mean, I'm gonna read back through it. It's like 3 in the morning. Maybe I misread something, you know, maybe I need to skim back through and make sure I got my details right, but I don't know. So she works 12-hour overnight shifts. After work, she comes to a place to shower and sleep. She leaves around 8. See, the main thing with this, at least for me, I've worked overnights before. It's not super fun. It's not glamorous or anything. But the main thing about this is 8 in the morning is really not that early. Like, yes, it is early. Obviously, different people have different sleep schedules. I usually don't wake up until like noon. So sure, for me, 8 a.m. is early. But at the same time, if I lived in a shared space and someone else was doing something at 8 in the morning and it woke me up, I'm not gonna be mad at them as long as they're not purposefully being loud. Because I'm aware of the fact that 8 in the morning is a perfectly reasonable time to be awake and be doing things and making noise. You know, I don't feel like it would be that much of an issue to take a shower at 8 in the morning, especially if it's a quick shower. You know, he says just taking a 5 to 10 minute shower, that's not even that long. That's barely any time at all. In my opinion, I feel like the mother here is kind of the main issue. It's a mixture of the mother and the other tenant or whatever you want to call them. I'm assuming the mother owns the house and the kid and the other person are just tenants. I guess, I don't know. I don't know the entire situation here. I don't know, I feel like 8:30 in the morning is a perfectly reasonable time to take a shower. Especially if it's a quick shower and you're not really doing anything else big or loud or disruptive. I would have just told this other person like, hey, sorry, it's 8 in the morning. I don't know what to tell you. People are awake and people are doing things, and maybe buy some earplugs or something so you can sleep better. I don't know. But the issue is that's not what the poster's asking here. Because down at the bottom, I didn't read this, I don't think, but they said, am I the a-hole for not pushing back harder on the complaint or for quote unquote letting my girlfriend decide to stop coming over in the mornings? So for those, I mean, even still, for both of those, I'm still saying that they're not in the wrong. This is a weird one. I don't know what to say here. I don't know what to do with this one. I'm just gonna say that he's not in the wrong, and I'm gonna move on to the next one. I've spent too much time on this, okay? We're only doing 3 of them, and probably 90% of this time is gonna be spent on this one. So, case 2, we're just putting as chill guy. He's chill. Nothing's wrong here, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Oh, we're moving on. Okay, so our third and final case for the video has the title of Am I the A-hole for taking walks on my lunch break? So the poster says, a few years ago, I started a job that was more office-based than previous jobs. Because of that, I was moving less and gaining some weight, and I am very out of shape. I'm not overweight, but I'm carrying a little more fat than I'm used to, and I can tell my cardio ability has gone down. I get a 1-hour paid lunch per day. A lot of my coworkers eat at their desk and do a little work, like maybe answering an email, but mostly eating. I personally go to my car to eat and then do laps around the parking garage before I go back in. I've never gone for more than an hour. I am back on time. Recently, I did my normal routine. I grabbed my lunch, went to my car and ate it, then I started my walk. I happened to run into a coworker during my walk. He was out there because he forgot he needed something from his car. He stopped me and asked what I was doing. I told him I ate my lunch and now I'm taking a walk before my lunch break is over. He didn't like that answer and said our lunch break is for eating, not walking, and that when I'm done eating, I should go back to work. I told him we're given an hour for lunch. I want to use all of it in the best way I can. I think he told other people because then I've been receiving comments before I go on break that I didn't receive before. I don't think it was wrong. I'm entitled to my break. All my work gets done on time. I take it about the same time every day, so it's expected I won't be available. And I maybe come back to a few non-urgent emails. I have my phone on me in case someone calls for an emergency, which has never happened. I talked to my parents about it and they both said they work through lunch and I shouldn't be out walking. But also they're older and raised in a different time, so I don't know if I should trust their judgment. So, am I the a-hole for taking a walk during my lunch break? Which, again, the answer is fairly obvious here. No. So, I mean, lunch breaks, yes, technically are for eating. You know, that's the initial purpose of it. But at the same time, pretty much every job you work, they're not gonna throw a fit if you're not eating on your lunch break. At least I don't think they should. Because yes, lunch is one of the words, but the other word is break, which doesn't involve food. It involves rest. And that is the main purpose and the main point of a lunch break, is the break. You know, the lunch is just like a fun little side effect. So if you're taking a lunch break without the lunch, as long as you're getting a break, who cares? Well, and it's just crazy that it's not even like someone higher up saying something, you know, like I could easily see a very annoying manager or someone like that making an issue of this and throwing a little hissy fit over the dumbest possible thing. But it's the fact that it's just a random regular coworker that has an issue with it is wild. Like, why do you care? In what way does this affect you? Genuinely. Especially because down at the bottom there's a little edit that specifies that their manager doesn't have an issue with it. So if the manager doesn't have an issue with it, why do they care? It genuinely doesn't matter. It's not causing any issues at all. Yeah, one of the comments, I agree with this. It says, people who work on their lunch breaks are class traitors. Unions fought hard for breaks. Use them however you want. It's your time. If you're given the chance to take a break, take that break. You've earned it. It's there for a reason, okay? Speaking of which, we're taking a break. It's the end of the video. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day. Very abrupt ending, but I'm working on like 4 separate scripted videos that are hopefully coming out soon. So this is very much a filler video just to get something up for the week because I don't want to pay Ryan $100.